Dillon Danis, Logan Paul face to face. I have been waiting for this one to come out. My current thoughts on this fight. The tweets, the promotion from Dillon has been brutal. I've never seen anything like it. And now that Logan Paul's fiance is suing Dillon Danis, it seems that Logan has found it in him to fight back. And the trash talk on his half has not been as good. But the kid's trying. I can respect that to some degree. I also think in the actual fight, Logan Paul is going to win relatively easy. I don't think this one's going to be close. Logan has been saying he absolutely dominated this face-to-face. Dillon said that the clips he has shown are absolutely edited. So we're going to check it out and see who won this face-to-face.
Yeah, you sent me so many messages.
You sent me messages too. You unsent them all.
Unreciprocated messages.
Then why am I...
Mr. Mumble Jumble stumbled his way through a sentence.
All right, so we get our first example here of Dillon stumbling through his words just a little bit. Logan Paul's trying to come at him with the old, oh, you're in my DMs, you're a fan, you won't leave me alone. But, I mean, I don't think Dillon is really embarrassed by that. He seems to admit it, and it seems like he's always just been trolling him for years now. So I get what Logan's trying to do, but it's not super effective. The stumble there by Dillon, it's noticeable, but it's not the end of the world. If it continues to go on, though, Logan's gonna antagonize him for it, and it's not gonna be good.
No, not a good. No.
Not a good fighter. You said I was a good fighter. A real fighter.
Oh, a real fighter.
Yeah.
You a real
Why'd
fighter.
you want to not do MMA?
1,530.
Well, you dealt with knee injuries. You dealt with knee injuries. You dealt with knee injuries.
It has been a long time since Dillon has fought. To be fair to the guy, he has had some legitimate injuries, some brutal injuries that would keep any athlete out of the game for a while. However, the pullout against KSI was embarrassing. He says he never even really wanted that fight. He also said his manager never saw that there was a rehydration clause in the contract. What kind of manager doesn't see that? And I don't really think he had any excuse to pull out of that fight. He's had excuses to not fight in the past, but the KSI one, that's not a good look. I feel like he now has to show up against Logan Paul, win or lose.
Okay, so why won't you fight me in MMA then? So if I was so easy to fight.
What happened here?
Because I'm like a man. I fought 6 guys, and when your brother got confronted by 6 guys, he ran away like a.
So what happened here?
I just told you.
No, explain it to me.
I just told you.
No.
Well, you try to do that to me.
No.
Logan Paul brings out the real fighter picture here. Dillon Danis did get choked out at a nightclub by a bouncer. Dillon's claiming here that he fought 6 guys before this. I don't know about that one. Dillon was probably not sober at the time. The dude was a big guy. We also saw this one at the press conference. Logan's pushing this one hard, seeming relatively unbothered by it. I feel like in the public eye, this is what people have flamed Dillon for a lot. So he's probably used to it at this point.
Tell you what. If you show up to this fight,
Yeah.
October 14th,
Yeah.
I will rematch you in MMA.
Good.
Logan Paul making the statement here that if he shows up to the fight, he will rematch him in MMA. The smile on Dillon's face when he heard this one, he would love this because obviously Dillon is not a good striker. He is insane when it comes to jiu-jitsu though. I feel like a lot of people don't really give him enough credit for that. He is a beast. But boxing, he's pretty trash, I believe. I know Logan has a lot of wrestling experience. He is better when it comes to boxing, but jiu-jitsu, it's not even a contest. Dillon could finish him in a lot of different ways. I don't think that ever happens, though. I don't think Logan would actually go through with this.
I took the liberty of finding the bouncer that choked you out.
And I hope he's here.
Yeah, I flew him
I
to
hope you bring
London,
him out.
and I hired him as my personal security.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, he's in this room right now.
Is it? That's hilarious.
And that's Chance,
That's
who choked your ass out on the ground.
That's
so
good.
in case you try anything funny, Chance is gonna sick your
I'll give him that. It is funny.
That's pretty good. Logan Paul disguising the bouncer that choked out Dillon Danis. I like that one. Fair play. Dillon seems to appreciate it too. That's a W for Logan Paul right there.
You live with a friend on your couch,
Yeah,
and you
totally.
tweet about my fiance
Yeah,
all day.
totally.
Your Twitter
bring
account
her?
is a Logan
Did you hear?
Paul, Nina Agdoa fan
I'm the one that
page.
built this fight. You haven't said shit.
Why
Mr.
do
Promoter.
you?
All right, it looks like they are finally getting into the whole fiance situation. It's really interesting because Logan Paul did avoid this for the longest time. He was not addressing this at all. This was filmed before the press conference on the same day. This is really when he first addressed it. So I don't mind how Logan Paul's been addressing it. He defends his fiance, which he kind of has to do, and then tries to just deflect off of it as fast as possible. He has to try to get off the topic because if Dillon gets going on that subject, it's gonna get rough for him, and I think he knows that. Also, Dillon is 100% right in the fact that Logan has not been promoting the fight as well as Dillon. To be fair, no one has promoted this fight as well as Dillon. No matter how he is promoting, the most eyes are seeing Dillon's promotion, and it has got people invested in this card heavily.
Will you do 8 rounds?
No, look at your arms. You came in last like 2 minutes,
so
bro.
will you do 8 rounds?
Yeah, sure. Will you do USADA testing?
I will do a USADA test.
Yeah, okay.
If you do an STD
Take a
test.
piss right now, you'll piss right
If
through the
you
cup.
do an STD test and the result is public, I will do a USADA test.
All right, so they're talking about USADA test, steroid test, whatever. That, who cares? I did just notice, though, one of the clips used in the Logan Paul Twitter video where he shows all the different examples of Dillon stuttering did just pass over, and it really was not that bad. Logan didn't even call him out for it there. Maybe if this continues on, it's really not going to be as bad as it was portrayed in Logan's video. Also, Logan's not going to do USADA testing. Dillon's not going to do an STD test. It's not happening.
I bet I knock you out.
How much?
I don't care. Don't matter. I made a bet to you.
What was it?
It said if I win, I had to be the best man at your wedding.
Okay.
Okay.
And if I win,
Yeah.
I get your entire purse.
Sure.
Why do the Paul brothers love betting the entire purse? It's not going to happen. No one's going to give them their purse. And if Dillon won somehow, he's not going to be Logan's best man. Like, I don't like these bets because they're never going to happen. No matter who wins, the other guy's not going to follow through. It's not going to be contracted. They're not going to go back into the contract and sign for Dillon to be his best man or to put in his entire purse. This has become a trend in the influencer boxing space, and I get it because it's like story in a news, but it's just not realistic.
I'm definitely going to knock you out in round 6.
Knock
'cause I'm
me
going to
out?
make you suffer. I'm going to make you suffer every single
Bro,
round.
you're a singular shot fighter.
A what?
You're singular shot. You only got a big overhand. That's it. It's an easy match for me.
Dillon's saying this is easy match for him. No, it isn't. Logan's not an amazing boxer, don't get me wrong, but he is better than Dillon, I believe. And he also has a significant weight advantage in this fight. I feel like people aren't talking about how this fight is at 195 pounds. That should not be Dillon's fighting weight. And a round 6 prediction from Logan Paul. I don't even really think it goes 6 rounds. I think Logan does finish it. He's probably going to stick behind his jab early on in this fight, and I don't really think Dillon's going to be able to do much about it. I could see like round 3 or 4 finish for Logan Paul here.
Bro, your arms are
Bro,
not gonna last, bro. Look how big.
Yo,
look
at you
at
keep
this.
talking about my arms.
It's just so funny because you're gonna gas. Bro,
Is that
I'm
what you're
gonna
relying
beat-
on?
I'm gonna beat
Is
the
that,
shit out of you.
is that
bro.
your strategy?
I do think if this fight goes far into like the 6th round, Logan Paul probably does not have the best gas tank. He didn't have the best gas tank in the KSI fight when he was getting the pressure put on him. He did go all the rounds with Floyd, but the pace was not being pushed in that fight. Floyd was kind of just messing around for most of the fight, letting Logan do his thing, throw punches. But it seems like Dillon is really counting on the fact that Logan is going to gas in this fight. He seems to mention it a lot. He's talking about Logan's big arms a lot, but I don't really think this one's going to go very far to where Logan's going to need his gas tank to be great. And who knows how Dillon's gas tank's going to be after all this time off of fighting, especially in boxing.
Yeah,
buddy,
you
not
got
like
caught
you.
for scamming. Where were those people when you got caught for scamming?
I didn't scam nobody. You were the
Oh
one-
yeah, you
I-
literally signed a
yeah.
contract that said I am agreeing to scamming my
You
audience.
pay your fans back.
Scamming
You pay your
Danis,
fans
huh?
back.
Dylan, the difference between you and
What
I
is
is
what?
I'm rectifying my situation.
How?
And I didn't
How?
scam anyone.
How?
Oh, Logan Paul. I don't know if that's great wording there from Logan Paul saying, I've never scammed anyone. Logan Paul bringing up the scamming was dangerous for him. I don't think he should have done that because Dillon has also scammed people. That's not a secret, and it's been pretty obvious. But Logan using it against him is just pretty funny to me. If I was Logan Paul, here's what I would do to try to get your reputation back in line. By this point, Logan Paul, he's not really going to get canceled for it. He's always going to have the audience. But at least to get some more people on your side, this is what I would do. I would win this fight, which is, I think Logan's going to win. So after winning the fight in the ring, I would go onto the mic and say that you're donating your purse, you're using your purse to pay back all the victims of CryptoZoo. And then you use your money, and right after the event, soon after the event is when you pay back everybody. The press would love that. I'm telling you, the press would love that. But I doubt Logan will do that.
Look at this tables here and all these security here. How about it was me and here alone?
I would fucking kill you.
You want to bet? You admitted I would choke you out in 2 seconds, bro. I would put. You already got choked out by Nate Diaz, bro.
You're not even good at jiu-jitsu.
So shut up.
You're not even good at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, you already said I am, so now you're backtracking.
No, bro, you're 1-3.
Okay, so then
no,
fight
but
me
then I
in
looked you
MMA,
up, right?
All right, so Logan Paul has admitted in the past that Dillon is good at jiu-jitsu. And now he's kind of trying to backtrack on it, saying that he's trash at his own sport. Dillon's not bad. Dillon is talented, and he is at the top of his game. At least he was. In the past, when he was actively competing, he was legit. And I get Logan Paul kind of has to go back on that now, saying that he would mess him up in a street fight or MMA or whatever. But it's not true.
Turn to alcohol, try to drown everything out.
Yeah, I thought you wanted to donate.
Yeah,
he
did.
did.
Friends.
Talk about that and see what happens.
I am.
You say you're
drown
trying to say you're not a
everything out.
scumbag and you're going to talk about my dad passing?
I empathize with you, Dillon.
Okay.
Because I understand that Twitter right now for you is like a group therapy session.
Yeah.
Because for the first time in a while, you're getting a sense of validation that you have not gotten.
I always...
That almost got rough. Logan Paul bringing up the passing of Dillon Danis' dad is pretty wild. It looked there like Logan was going to go to another level with it, but he kind of pulled back there because you could make the argument. I've seen some back and forth on this already, and I saw that some people are saying it's full game for Logan Paul to go this route because of what Dillon has done with Logan Paul's fiance, all the tweets, all the controversy. But I don't know. It's just weird. It's kind of just... I don't like, because I don't know where you go with that. Like, what else is there to say? Dillon calls him out for it right away, and Logan Paul starts pulling back there. Definitely the smart move to not go further into that.
My fiance is an angel. I love the shit out of her. She's a fucking saint who's had a way more successful career.
A lot of people do,
ever
buddy.
had.
A lot of people do.
You're making it up, though.
A lot of people do. She should be the ring girl for the fight.
You're making it up, though. She'd be a great ring girl.
Yeah,
but she would never, because she wants no part of you.
One thing I have noticed whenever the fiance gets brought up from Dillon, Logan Paul, he like finds a phrase that doesn't really have much to do with it, or it's in defense of her. He finds that phrase and then he just keeps repeating it to whatever Dillon says so that he doesn't have to explain or go further into the situation. He's done that on a few occasions. But I mean, I guess I understand, because I mean, what else are you going to say?
Normally, when we rap, I always ask guys for handshakes. Are we going to get a handshake between you two?
I don't mind.
A handshake?
I'll shake my in his face.
Do it then and see what happens.
What you can do, rip it off?
No. Yeah, try it. You do it and see what happens.
You want me to shake my in your face?
Yeah, because I'm going to knock you unconscious. That's what's going to happen.
You're going to hit my
It's probably like, I don't know what's that.
All right, This type of talk is only found in the Logan Paul and Dillon Danis back and forth. This type of trash talk is not found anywhere else. Only they would be talking about this type of hypothetical. And we're going to go ahead and wrap it up there. My thoughts on this face-to-face, it was pretty funny. I enjoy watching these guys go back and forth. It can be kind of cringe at times, but it's also hilarious. I was entertained. Of the two guys, I definitely think Logan is just better at talking. He is the better public speaker. He puts on that persona, and he just seems much more confident in these face-to-face interactions. Dillon Danis, he's always kind of stumbled through his words in live interactions. Obviously, on Twitter, it's a different story. But the way Logan Paul made it seem like Dillon was just stumbling through this entire face-to-face and just got rolled through, that was not the case. The stuttering and the mumbling was actually not that noticeable. It was just grab tiny snippets throughout this 21-minute face-off. Logan wasn't even calling him out at the time because it wasn't really noticeable. It wasn't as bad for Dillon as I thought it was going to be. Logan, the much more confident guy in these type of things. Logan's going to be the better trash talker in person, I think, even though Dillon did do much better in the press conference than he did here, because I think he feeds off of the crowd. They like his jokes. But that's about it. Yeah, I think Logan Paul's going to win this fight. But you never know. Crazier things have happened. I'm excited to see it go down. What do you guys think? Who wins this one? Who did better in this face-to-face? Let me know. Subscribe for more boxing content and updates. The support is much appreciated. Thank you for watching. Peace.